Welcome to the NCHA. My name is Steve Shaw, Director of Communications. Tonight I'm joined by Matt O'Donnell, junior goalkeeper from Aurora. He's been named the Men's November Player of the Month. Matt, thanks for joining me and congratulations.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Matt, when you look at the month of November, stellar performance by you throughout all of those games. 1.99 goals against average, a 930 save percentage, a couple of shutouts, a number of saves, great performances that you had. When you look back on last month, is there a way you can summarize that?
Yeah, honestly, the goalie stat is just like a team stat. So like overall, the team's playing well. So I gotta give it to them. They've been stellar in front of me, so it makes my job easier every night making those saves for them. I mean, once in a while it's gonna be a breakdown, and I'm there for them, but just like that, they're there for me. So I think mostly it's to the team.
Can you speak to that? Maybe the position that you have, what it takes to communicate to the guys in front of you, and maybe how they're talking to you to position where the shots are coming from.
Yeah, I mean, we have a clear message. Like we want to have the least amount of high danger shots, and we both know that. Like I know that from them, and they know that from me, from the coaching aspect also, so that we always keep try to keep it low danger as possible, point shots or whatever else.
I always wonder, Matt, from a goalkeeping standpoint, when you watch and the positions that you guys are in, and there's guys in front of you always moving and stuff, and you're trying to find where the puck is,
Hmm.
can you talk through the difficulty level, but how do
Yeah.
you go manage keeping track of where the puck is moving to see to know when it's coming?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's chaos, man. It's hard to describe, but you just gotta battle through it and kind of find it. And after, years and years of just practicing and doing it for so long, you kind of get used to it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I would imagine, I've never played hockey myself, but I would imagine in your position, there still has to be a couple of times you maybe surprise yourself, like, oh, made a save there, but didn't really see it coming. Is that true?
Oh yeah, 100%. There's definitely been times where I don't see it at all and it hits me and I'm like, "Oh, it's right there," and just catches me by surprise, to be honest. So,
Can you talk through Aurora men's hockey as a program? 7-1-0 this season. The continued elevation of the program, especially during your time there. How has the standard risen and the level of expectation grown year over year, game by game?
yeah, Jason's a great coach. Like he's built this program from scratch, and you see it every single year. He's always getting good players, bringing the best players he can. He always drives for us to be the elite, and we all believe that. We have a very special group this year. We believe we can go pretty far this year, but like every day, it's you got to be the most elite you can be. Try to win the day and everything else.
Is that a mindset thing? Is that consistent weight room work, practice, the style of practice? You talk elite. What is it in the locker room that's being said to have that mindset or to keep thinking that way?
It's yeah, like you said, it's just a mindset. It's you gotta do the top 5%, Like you gotta do stuff that no other people want to do, and that comes from the big details to the small ones. Like everything, you just gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So you gotta do stuff that no one else wants to do, and you just gotta work hard for it.
Can you talk through the month of November? You defeated Adrian twice and you were in goal. One of those was a shutout. Then you played St. Norbert not that long after, shut them out and won in overtime. Can you speak to having those high profile games so early in the season and what it takes to be ready? I mean, because some teams, like it takes a little bit to build into the season.
Mhm.
You didn't have that opportunity. It was right out of the gates. It was the top teams going head to head.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's builds early experience for me. It's definitely something I've been looking forward to all summer and stuff. So having those games being building confidence for me, knowing that I can perform against the top teams and stuff. So it's very nice, and I'm looking forward to more like high compete games.
Can you talk about NCHA hockey as a whole? You look historically over the last decade, let's say, generally been St. Norbert, generally been Adrian. Now you look, it's St. Norbert, Adrian, Aurora, Trine. I mean, it is not easy from weekend to weekend. I mean, speak to the level of competition and what it takes to be on top of your game every single weekend.
Yeah, no, like it's definitely the best conference in D3 for sure. There's no off nights at all. Every team can beat you and every team's trying to play their best, you know? And with Adrian, Norbert, and Trine, like you can't have a bad night. You can't afford it because they're right there and they're creeping on your neck. So we gotta take every day, every game, like it's our finals.
We mentioned those teams, and I bring those up because you guys are nationally ranked. MSOE's gotten some votes recently, but I want to touch on having to be in it every single weekend. A little bit of a slip up this last weekend, lost to Lawrence. What does it take for you guys to regroup to get back into the win column?
We just got to hit a quick reset. That's all it is. Everyone knows we're a good group and we're the best team out there. We just got to believe that. And we had a small slip up, a small mistake, but we'll hit the reset button real quick and then we'll get right back at it for sure.
When you look at the games ahead, is it weekend by weekend, game by game, in order to keep you guys in the win column? I guess kind of how does Aurora go about taking each game by game and maybe some video review preparation? Because I've always heard players always say it's game by game, right? Weekend by
hmm
weekend. Is it the same at Aurora, or do you have games kind of marked on the calendar?
Honestly, it's honestly game by game, you know. Of course, you know, with like Adrian, Trine and stuff, you kind of want to mark those games. But we don't do that. Like we just take it game by game. Every opponent is even keel with us. You know, we're trying to make a statement every single game, no matter if it's Lawrence, Adrian, MSOE, or Marion. You know, every game's a statement for us to prove something.
Can you talk about yourself in goal? Obviously, you have the most starts, the most wins on your roster, but you've had split time with another teammate of yours in goal. Can you talk about what that's like having to split time and how you guys compete and help each other?
Yeah, I mean, Bodie's a freshman, so I'm trying to my best to help him out and gain experience and stuff and help him learn to develop into a potential like starter for us. But it's been good. We've been competing hard. He's been doing very well and stuff, so I've been pretty happy about it.
When you look back to your freshman season to the position he's in to the position you're in now, from a goalie standpoint, at what point do you feel ready? All right, I can start. I can shut out Adrian, the St. Norberts of the world. At what point does that come in the career of a collegiate hockey player?
I think it just starts with day one. It's the amount of work you put in. The amount of work you put in is the amount of work you get out of it, or the results you get out of it. That's just what I firmly believe. If you work hard and doing everything the best you can and have a goal with everything and a purpose, I believe the results are always going to show up and stuff. So I believe it starts day one or whatever day you start doing it.
Week by week, when the national rankings come out, is that something that you as a player, the team, as a program, do you guys even look at that? Does it matter? Do you know there's a target on your back because you've been ranked somewhere between 2 and 4? I think it's been all season. Does that even matter?
Uh, to me, no, it doesn't matter to me. It just shows you how good of a group we are and stuff. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you don't bring your game at all, like it doesn't matter at all. Like you can lose that in a heartbeat, you know. So honestly, we look at it and we appreciate the ranking and all the love and stuff. But I mean, still, we work every day and we have a goal that we want to achieve. So.
I want to go back to the beginning of this conversation. You mentioned I brought up all your individual stats, and you said, well, it's really a team effort, a
Mhm.
defensive effort. Can you speak to that? Why you have that mindset, and not maybe say, oh, yeah, I'm the guy in goal. I have to stop the puck. So yeah, I'm going to take credit when I get to take credit. Why have that mindset of team first over maybe some of the individual accolades that might come?
I mean, it's a team sport. So, and no one can ever do it alone, you know. Not a single person's ever going to win a game for you and whatever. But having that team first and believing in the team and stuff like that always is going to drive it further than just an individual effort. So, believing in that, I feel like is more helpful.
Matt, can you speak to off the ice, your academic career? What are you studying? What are some career aspirations that you have?
Yeah, I'm studying finance and sports management. I'm double majoring right now. Currently kind of looking into maybe being like a general manager or something along that lines, something with management, with the sports team and stuff like that.
What is it like being double major? I imagine there's got to be some added academic pressure having multiple different classes that you have to think about and study for.
Yeah, I mean it's not too bad. I'm handling pretty well and stuff. But it's nice. It's keeping me busy, keeping me stuff to do. So yeah.
Matt, can you finish up our conversation here? Waterbury, Connecticut. What is your hockey journey and how did you find Aurora?
Yeah, so yeah, I was born in Connecticut, moved down to Florida actually, and when
Okay.
I was 3, I started playing roller hockey down there. Um, Learned to skate and everything, grew up, was traveling everywhere across the country and whatnot, and then the group I was playing roller with switched over to ice, and they had more experience on ice than I did. I had no idea how to ice skate or anything at all. So I was struggling. My brother actually had to teach me how to skate and stuff. So shout out to him. But yeah, then played 1 year down there, ice, and there was a goalie coach actually from Chicago here that came down, saw me. He was like, "Look, you gotta come to Chicago and try out. Like, I think you have a serious potential of going somewhere with it." So we packed up our stuff and moved to Chicago here, and played AAA for 8 years up here, and was very well and went to juniors and did my thing. And then Aurora reached out through text, needing a guy, and I think within the same week I committed. So
It's awesome. Can you talk, is the hockey different from Florida to Chicago, Midwest? Is the styles different or obviously the weather's different, but is the
yeah,
style of hockey different from different parts of the country?
yeah. Back then, Florida just there wasn't a lot of ice rinks around me. I would have to drive 3 hours to practice or 3 hours for games and stuff. So my parents had a lot of commitment for me to go play games and stuff like that. So, but then, moving to Chicago, there's rinks every 10 minutes away. So there was a lot of options to skate and stuff. So honestly, coming to Chicago was good for me, just development wise and everything else. So it was a big difference. So, but yeah, yeah, ice hockey just wasn't a big thing back in the day in Florida, so kind of glad came to Chicago and but nowadays it's completely changed for sure.
Does your brother still skate with you or maybe your parents at all?
No, my brother is he's older than me. He used to play ice hockey when he was young, but then he stopped playing. So, but my parents they were never involved in the sport. My dad was more of a basketball guy, so
All right. Well, Matt, again, thanks for joining me and congratulations on being named the NCHA Men's November Player of the Month.
thank you. I appreciate your time.